Hello everyone and welcome back to Games and Crap Experience. Today I'll be talking about news in the video game and comic book and movie worlds. The first thing I want to talk about is Angry Birds in Space. So for those of you that don't know, the creators of Angry Birds have released a new version of Angry Birds called Angry Birds in Space, which is what feels like the first direct sequel to Angry Birds. I haven't exactly gotten to play it. I've seen a friend play Angry Birds in Space, and it looks amazing. There are now gravity bubbles and new gameplay mechanics all over the place that kind of help breathe new life into Angry Birds. I can't wait to get my hands on my girlfriend's phone so I can play Angry Birds non-stop. Although she's going to not like that very much. But I will continue to play Angry Birds non-stop once I steal her phone. The next thing I want to talk about is the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that is coming out. For those of you that have heard, the studios are redoing. They're making a new live-action reboot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And for all of us that grew up in the 80s and 90s, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a large aspect of all of our lives. I myself grew up in the early 90s, and I loved the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoons. They were a large part of my childhood, and I have every single live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, the first one being my favorite from all of those so long ago. So when I heard this, I was a little skeptical but excited at the same time, and then I found out that Michael Bay, lord of all explosions and things that are, well, exploding, was producing it. So that made me a little skeptical, but at the same time, I know for one thing, the movie will at least be good in explosions, even if they kill the story, which is actually why I bring this up. In an interview this week, Michael Bay announced that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles might no longer be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Earth. So, we now have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from space. Sorry, I love doing that. I mean, I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as they are, so it's a little scary that Michael Bay, lord of all explosions, is changing the formula in the story. But the one thing I have to remember is that not all adaptations are perfect adaptations, and if he does it correctly, it might be good. So, a little bit of optimism followed by a lot of fury. Because I love this franchise and I would hate to see the franchise get screwed up, but I mean, they are working with one of the co-creators to revamp this in a whole new way. So who knows, maybe they'll only tweak it so that the Teenage Mutant Turtles are aliens, but they're still mutant turtles who are teenagers and ninjas. I can't really complain about the fact they're being aliens. I mean, I'm talking about a world where turtles are ninjas. Another news story that I want to talk to you guys about today is the Mass Effect 3 ending possibly being changed. If you've watched my review, you know that I touched up on the fact that the Mass Effect 3 ending is what a lot of people liked, a lot of people didn't like. It was very controversial. Probably more people hated it than liked it. I myself was okay with it. It wasn't as satisfying as I would have liked it to be, but I respect the studio's intellectual rights to end the series how they see fit. But so many people have been upset at the fact that the Mass Effect 3 ending wasn't what they wanted, that they began petitioning and spamming the forums and just complete internet blow up on the whole thing, because a lot of people were really outraged about this ending. But they did say that they would release some kind of DLC that would probably give more closure to a lot of people who played the game, whether in the form of extra missions that take place in the solo campaign or add-on at the end of the game. That's to be seen, but the statement did say that they were looking at the feedback and wanting to add on new material that would give a lot more closure to the gamers that have come to love this franchise so much. So our next piece of news isn't really too big, but it's something I was actually really excited about. It's the announcement as well as a new picture of a new supervillain that they are releasing in the Justice League comics. It's a new supervillain from Jim Lee. So, for those of you that love comic books, big news there. The new supervillain will be debuting in Justice League issue number 9. You can find the image and the link to the story down below, as well as any of the stories that I've talked about today. You can find the links down below. So yes, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk to you guys about today in terms of nerd news. I will be putting up a couple new videos in a few days. Those include a Darkness 2 review and the Mass Effect 3 spoiler video. Remember, if you like the videos that I'm putting up, please remember to subscribe and like it, as well as check out our Facebook page. The link to that can be found down below. On the Facebook page you can find more current up-to-date stuff about what I'm finding on the news scene, as well as video game wise, and just any really random things I want to put up there that I feel like you guys would enjoy. So have a great weekend, and I will see you guys in a few days.